Hey, what's up, bro? Oh, you ain't subscribed yet? Look at this guy, man. You ain't right, man. Press the button. Press the button.
Everything America put out is obverse to the Bible. Do y'all think that's by happenstance? Do y'all think that's just by coincidence? That everything the Bible say, America says the exact opposite. I mean, I'm gonna put it in layman's terms for you. If God's chosen people are you, black man, black woman, and the so-called Satan of the Bible is the white man, why wouldn't he diminish the one thing that puts us above everybody? Why wouldn't he diminish it? You understand what I'm saying? Give me that Psalms 83. I'm gonna show you something. Everything that you see in this world has been a strategic plan to keep the children of Israel in sin.
Right.
Everything you see. Look around. What you see? We barbecuing, eating pork probably. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna end up fighting. Our Lord's will, it don't happen. But most of the time it happens. Right. But that only happens because we are void of the laws of God.
Right.
Something as simple as a woman wearing a dress and a man wearing pants. That's simple. But something that simple would destroy the whole community. I'm gonna show you. Read.
Psalms chapter 83 and verse 2. Alone, thy enemies make a tumult.
God said, your enemies. Who's the enemies of the Israelites? Who's the enemies of God? The Edomites. Who are the Edomites? The so-called white man. They are the enemy. I'm sorry. I know it probably sound like that old rhetoric. Oh, white man. But the Bible is what the Bible is. It said what it said. Because your enemies is making a what?
A tumult.
A tumult is an angry gathering. Let's see what they angrily gathering about. Come on.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
So God has those that hate him. If they don't believe in this book and they say this book is wrong, guess what? They hate God.
That's right.
If God teach you that a woman supposed to wear a dress and they teach you that a woman can wear pants, they hate God.
That's right.
Who's perpetuating women wearing pants? Who gave women the authority to put on pants?
Bring it out.
Was it the black man? No. It was a so-called white man in his legislation.
That's
he
right.
brought all that to pass. Who said that it's okay to be homosexual? Did we say that? That's a no-no in the hood. But guess what? Who made it okay? The so-called white man.
Right.
That used to be classified as a mental disorder.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that. It may hurt feelings, but that's why we are not of this world. If you keep in God's laws, you are not of this world.
Right.
And everybody of this world is going to hate you. I'm telling you. Read on.
They have taken crafty counsel.
So God's enemy has taken crafty counsel, meaning what? They've had secret meetings about you. How to separate you. How to take you away from who you are.
Right.
Read.
Against thy people.
Against who?
Thy people.
Who is God's people, DeMarion? Us. What's our nationality? We the Israelites. You right? Read on.
Against thy people. And consulted against the hidden ones.
We are hidden because it's not known worldwide that we are the true Jews. What's known to be worldwide as the Jews is the so-called white men. They supposed to be the Jews, but they went into the land in 1948. They're not the Jews. We are the Jews. We'll get that later, but let's read on.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
So they said, come and let us cut off that black man and black woman from being a nation. What makes us a nation? What makes us a nation? What makes up a nation?
Procreation.
Huh?
Procreation.
Okay, how about culture? Your heritage. What holidays you keep? You know what I'm saying? How do your women dress? How do your men dress? What is morally accepted within that? You know what I mean? That's what make up a nation.
Right.
Let's see something. I'm gonna read what makes up our nation. Come on.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 17 and verse 11.
Come on.
You know? Besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for an heritage.
What did he give them as a heritage?
The law of life for an heritage.
So understand, they wanted to take us away from the laws of life.
Right.
They wanted to take us away from our heritage.
Bring it out.
That's what they said right there. And they proceeded to do it. I'm going to show you how. Let's read on.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Let's take them from their heritage. Let's take them from the so-called laws of life, which makes them peculiar, which makes them different, which makes them holy. Right? Let's take them from that, because that's their strength. They understand that. Read.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
So they didn't want the name of Israel to be no more in remembrance. Israel means powers with God. We have power with God because we got a covenant with God. He made a covenant with us. He gave us his laws, statutes, and commandments. And the other nations, they hate it. The other nations can't stand it. They want to be you. So you got other ones posing to be you. Now hold that, give me Judith. I'm going to explain something to you. I'm going to show you why they want to take us away from the laws of life.
Bring it up.
Why they want to take us away from our heritage. Because guess what? What you see now is us taken away from our heritage. You see the community flooded with whoredom, right? Baby mamas, baby daddies. Weed smoke, killing, guns, gangs, right? You see single parent households. You see little kids disrespecting grown folks. You see us going from the school to prison pipeline. Nobody there to protect us. This is what it looks like for the laws of life to be taken from his people.
Bring it out.
We are destroyed, brothers. That was the whole goal. That was the whole goal. And they're doing a hell of a job. But guess what? The prophets of God is here to turn that thing back around. Read what you got.
Judith, chapter 5 and verse 20.
Bring it up.
Now therefore, my Lord and Governor,
Start at 17.
verse 17.
Come on.
And whence they sinned not before their God. They proceeded because the God that hated iniquity was with them.
So when I'm gonna give you the breakdown. What's going on is there's a man from another nation talking to another man from another nation about us. And he's giving them the history of what happened in Egypt. In Egypt, what happened was we were freed from slavery from under Pharaoh, right? And God was with us after that. When we went into other lands, we went into wars. Anytime that we sinned, we lost. Anytime that we were in sin, God had our back. And this is what he's explaining to this so-called one. Listen, read.
But when they departed from the way which he appointed them,
Come on.
they was destroyed in many battles very soon.
What happened? Read that part again. Listen close.
They were destroyed in many.
Read back up. When they what? When they departed.
When they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore.
So, anytime that we as the Israelites departed from out of the way, meaning stopped keeping God's commandments, we were destroyed.
That's right.
This is another nation that's saying this. They know this. Read.
And were led captive into a land that was not theirs.
Come on.
And the temple of their God were cast to the ground.
Verse 20.
Verse 20.
Come on.
Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people,
Error meaning sin, right? Breaking God's commandments. Come on.
and they sin against their God,
Come on.
let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
They understand that if they keep us in sin, that will be our ruin.
Bring it up.
Especially us. Especially us. So it's imperative that the laws that we bring out, you got to apply them.
That's right.
One man at a time, one family at a time. That's all it takes.
Right.
That's all it takes. Read on, finish it out.
And let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
Read.
But if there be no iniquity in their nation,
If there's no sin,
let my Lord now pass by,
don't mess with them. Or else what?
lest their Lord defend them and their God before them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
And they said, if they are keeping God's commandments, do not mess with them, Demarion.
That's right.
If Demarion wearing fringes, if Demarion not having sex outside of marriage, guess what, Demarion? They not gonna mess with you.
Right.
They gonna understand that God got your back.
Right.
Only though, if you keeping his commandment.
That's right.
Only. Go back. Only. So we gotta understand the importance of us coming back to our heritage. What's our heritage? What's the heritage that God gave us? What is that called? Keeping the what? Commandments, that is our heritage. That is what we live by. We are the law keepers. That is our job, commandment keepers. Read.
Psalms chapter 83 and verse 5.
Come on.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
Meaning the other nations came together talking about black men and black women. How can we keep them in sin? That is their goal. Let's keep them separated from their laws. Let's keep them separated from their God, right? Let's let them think that they're binary. You know, let's let them think that being homosexual, that's cool. Yeah. Let's let them think that women wearing pants and men wearing dresses, yeah, that's cool. That's the way to go. Keep these niggas in the dark. Keep them away from their God. That's their plan.
Right.
But what do we have to do? We smarter than that, right, black man, black woman?
Right.
Are we not smarter than that? Do we not know that there's a consequence for our doings, which is in the Bible? Read.
They are confederate against thee.
Confederate mean they are joined to as one against us. That's why no matter where you go, right? You think the so-called white man hates you, right? You can see it by the evidence. What about the Arab man? He mess with you? Did he like you? No. What about the Chinese man? He mess with you? No. What about the East Indian man with the dots? They like you? No. They are one against you because you are God's chosen. You are God's chosen. As God's chosen, there are certain things that we got to do that their job is to stop you from doing. That's their job. Now go to Deuteronomy chapter 10. Now I'm going to show you. I'm going to go through it with you. But y'all got to stay with me because I'm about to give you the keys to getting back right with your God. Because he is your God and your God alone.
Right.
Did you know that? You know now if you didn't. Come on.
Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. And now Israel.
Who?
Israel.
Who is he always talking about? Israel. All throughout the Bible. Read.
What does the Lord thy God require of thee?
So God got requirements of you. Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord.
So that is what God requires of you, black man and black woman.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation